meet lots of people, to get to know each other. Those will be friendships that are formed that will last a lifetime. So I hope you've had fun. And now we know that you're in class and the lab and getting ready for clinical. Along that journey, I just want you to know that all of the faculty, the staff here at FBB are here to support you and to be with you along your academic journey. So with that, I'm going to introduce our first speaker, Dean Musil. So Dean Musil is a double alum of Case Western Reserve University. She's a distinguished researcher and the Edward J. and Louise Mellon Professor of Nursing. She has been a member of the FBB faculty since 1994 and named the Dean of Francis Payne Bolton School of Nursing in July of 2019. Dean Musil earned her master's degree in nursing and her PhD in nursing, completing a postdoctoral fellowship in geriatric mental health nursing. She received her bachelor's degree of nursing at the University of Cincinnati. Let's welcome Dean Musil.
Thank you, Dr. Capper. And good afternoon, everyone, and welcome, whether you're here in person or on live stream. I met many of you a couple weeks ago when you were first being introduced to the curriculum at the School of Nursing. But one of my favorite responsibilities as dean is to welcome students to the profession of nursing. And this is a decidedly different experience than the one we had a couple weeks ago. But before we do that, I'm just doing a quick check-in to hope that you're all adjusting to campus life. Is that happening? Yeah? Okay. And this is a time of firsts, and living in a dorm room, sharing a dorm room, finding the best dining spots on campus, finding time to study, navigating a new city, making friends, learning about yourself, and probably of great importance is remembering to keep in touch with your families. So that's an important thing that you need to build into your days. And now you're preparing for another first, and that is your first day of clinical. And we're celebrating this step for you. Now, as you move through your academic career, you will be surprised to find that your academic life as a nursing student is very different from other students on campus because it extends beyond the classroom and labs, beyond papers and projects. You're going to be getting up early in the morning, and you'll be entering clinical settings and working with patients who trust that you will provide them with the care that they need. And as you've probably heard, nursing has been identified as the most trusted profession for over 22 years in a row. Now, the stethoscope you're receiving today is but one tool that you will be using in providing nursing care. And it represents an extension and a connection between you and your patient. Over the next 4 years, you will learn what it means to become a nurse and how to apply the skills of our profession. You will learn to provide care that is both complex and compassionate. Now, as a student, you follow in the footsteps of Congresswoman Francis Payne Bolton, for whom our school is named. And while she was not a nurse, she was an advocate and a philanthropist. She worked to ensure that all people were treated with dignity, and she thought that nurses were essential to providing that dignity. She says, "A nurse brings light and easement, intelligence and understanding to where there is darkness." The work of nursing is complex, and we are eager to see the nurses you will become. So study, learn, and enjoy being an FPB nursing student. And congratulations on your first stethoscopes.
Hello, my name is Kathy Money. I teach in the psych mental health area, community health, and one of your first year advisors. I just have a few words to talk about as we reflect on the meaning behind our stethoscope ceremony here at FPB. As a nurse educator, I view this afternoon's event as a rite of passage because it kind of formalizes an educational milestone for you. Anthropologists in the early 20th century studied the ways in which people from different cultures supported a community member when they transitioned into their role, such as becoming a spouse through a marriage. Social scientists recognize the profound benefit of assembling for celebration rituals. Traditions evolved around these celebrations, and now we call them rites of passage. During a rite of passage, an individual is at the threshold between two different states of being. I ask you, do you think you're experiencing a significant life transition? Yes. Every individual in this exciting class of 2028 is experiencing transitions in your role identity. You are assuming a new place in society. You've relocated, beginning college, becoming a nursing student, are all departures from your previous roles. You are at the threshold between two different states of being. It is an exciting time with moments of uncertainty, yet vast possibilities. I will focus on three aspects of these rites of passage that are part of today's ceremony. One, they should mark an important moment in an individual's life journey. Two, they showcase strengths of the upcoming role or community or culture. And three, they offer the old and new communities the opportunity to give witness to or support for that person's transition. So first, making a life transition. You have been completing your requirements for going to the hospital setting, like learning CPR, completing your immunizations, doing the ACE-MAP modules, all things to get ready to see your first patient. An instructor for Nursing 115 once said, quote, "Receiving the stethoscope is a symbol of the new student's acceptance of their responsibility to safeguard their patient's life. You will remember this special day." Secondly, celebrating a new culture through ritual and tradition. Nursing is becoming your new culture. The values that unite nurses are caring, integrity, and human dignity. In today's ceremony, there are ritual actions, words, and symbols that represent these values. We have a few symbols here in our small display. So we have a nightingale lamp that represents light and knowledge. Flowers represent life and caring. The plate is from one of our first schools of nursing, and it's part of our history and our tradition. And of course, the stethoscopes are going to represent clinical competence. Remember that as a student nurse, you will incorporate these cultural values, and you are becoming part of our living nursing tradition. Third, giving witness and support. So your family and friends back home are witnessing your step forward this afternoon via the live stream or recording of this ceremony. They can acknowledge that you are maturing and evolving. The whole FBB nursing community, faculty, alumni, upperclassmen, all stand with you in support of this journey. You are important to us and to the world that you will now go ahead and serve. We all know that the journey will be challenging, but we've got your back. We know that you are capable, and because we know how great this profession is, we know that the goal of becoming a nurse is well worth it. In conclusion, our hope is that this ceremony has or will touch your memory to mark a transitional moment in your life story. I hope that your friends and family who are witnessing this rite of passage see you in a new way as a student nurse. Finally, we hope that you feel a deep sense of belonging to your new community during and after today's ceremony. Best wishes. Thank you.
Good afternoon, future nurses, family, and friends, and welcome to the Stethoscope ceremony for the class of 2028. My name is Audrey Smallman, and I am a fourth-year nursing student and the current president of the Undergraduate Student Nurses Association here at CWRU. Our organization exists to engage, empower, and support BSN students like all of you. We hold events throughout the year, provide leadership opportunities, and build community between the nursing cohorts. While I hope to involve all of you in our organization and see you at upcoming events, that is not why I'm here today. As a new nursing student, the stethoscope ceremony, still having trouble saying that word clearly, was one of the most exciting moments for me. It coincided with my first clinical day, and while I had little grasp of what being a nurse really meant at the time, it was the first moment that I truly felt like a nurse. Your stethoscope, though it may feel like just another part of your uniform now, is much more than that. It's a tool that will connect you to your patients, not just to hear their heartbeats or listen to their lungs, but to listen to their fears, their hopes, and their stories. When I received my Bright's pink stethoscope 3 years ago, I had no idea the weight it carried, not just physically, but emotionally. This small instrument would come to represent the trust patients place in me and the responsibility I have to care for them. I would never believe the lessons I would learn, the lives I would touch, and the patients I would help. Your journey will be challenging at times, but it will also be transformative. You will not only learn about your patients, but about yourself. It is a rare privilege to be part of a profession that allows you to witness both the first and final moments in a person's life. And I'll let you in on a little secret. As a nursing student with a stethoscope, experienced nurses and even physicians will often look to you when they need to borrow one. So as you receive your stethoscope today, know that you're not just stepping into profession, you're joining the most trusted and skilled community of caregivers and advocates. Congratulations, class of 2028, and welcome to the beginning of your nursing journey.
Hey, hello, class of 2028. My name is Erin Kilgore, and I am a recent alumni of the class of 2023. May I be one of many today to congratulate you on this first step of your brand new journey, not only as a student in one of the best BSN programs in the country, but as one of the first significant steps in your nursing career. I hope you have the chance today to take it all in and to fully appreciate all of the hard work it has taken you to get to this moment. I remember sitting exactly where you are now 5 years ago. So many feelings were rushing through me: excitement to start clinicals, fear that I actually wouldn't like being a nurse, and happiness for the pretty new stethoscope around my neck. If I could look back and tell my old self something, I would tell her not to worry about what was to come, but to face it all with excitement, curiosity, and bravery. My 4 years here held some of the best memories of my life, and I cannot wait for you all to make some new memories here. Since graduating FPB, I now practice as a nurse at Rainbow Babies and Children's Hospital right down the street. And I can say now, more than ever, with only a mere year under my belt, that nursing is a career for only the toughest of the tough. Nurses have a heart big enough to bear the burdens of others on the worst days of their lives and to celebrate with them on their best. They are selfless in giving, offering up pieces of themselves for the betterment of their patients. They are strong enough to keep going on the days that feel impossible, and smart enough to think ahead and to advocate for their patients. I commend you for the pursuit of this career, not only because it's hard and a grueling process to get there, but because the fact that you are sitting in this room right now is proof that you already have the spirit of a nurse inside of you. And if I could, I would like to impart one piece of advice upon you. I think I may be one of the rare specimens who actually enjoyed all of nursing school, and no, it's not because I loved reading my anatomy textbook all day. It was because of all the opportunities crew had to offer me and how incredibly they enriched my experience here. Take the nursing program alone, for example. As a nursing student, I had the opportunity to give primary care to some of Cleveland's most underserved communities, to scrub into surgeries, and to hold a newborn baby as she opened her eyes for the very first time. I had the ability to finish a practicum the same length as a new grad nurse's orientation and to feel confident in my abilities before graduation. And outside of FPB, I took classes in our social work program, and I was involved in numerous clubs, tour guiding, and our orientation program, which all arguably did impact who I am as a person and the nurse I am becoming. So I ask you this: what will you want out of your time as an FPB student? What will you do with the stethoscope that you're receiving today? I promise you the opportunity is there, and I challenge you to seek out and to find experiences that interest you and challenge you, not only in the nursing program here, but in everything Case Western has to offer you, because they will only make you a better nurse for yourself and for your patients. Thank you for your time, and congratulations again, future nurses.
Thank you, each of you, for sharing your experiences. It's my privilege now to introduce our keynote speaker, Patricia Hosang Beam, who is a professional development specialist and a member of the University Hospital System educator team and expertise in pediatric nursing located down the street at Rainbow Babies and Children's Hospital. With more than 45 years of clinical experience, Dr. Beam has published and presented in topics related to guiding and developing the nurse at the bedside. Her research includes the influence of emotional intelligence and self-awareness on the bedside nurse's perception of clinical leadership, as well as evaluating the nurse education programs in a pediatric setting. As a member of the Society of Pediatric Nurses, she participated in the development of core curriculum for pediatric nurse residencies. She's a member of Sigma Theta Tau International Nursing Honor Society, the Association of Nursing Professional Development, and the National League of Nursing. Dr. Beam is also alumni of Francis Payne Bolton School of Nursing.
Thank you, Bev, for those kind words. Congratulations, students. Today is a day to cherish and remember. You will look upon this day when you are as old as me. And remember, and as a former president of the FPB Alumni Association, I look forward to 2028 for the next celebration, your pinning ceremony, which is also hosted by the Alumni Association. So for a moment, I want you to think, what brought you here? What was it that brought you here? What was it that made you decide that you wanted to follow the path of nursing? So for me, it started when I was very young. My dad was a fireman for the city of Cleveland, and he would tell us various stories. One story involved a fireman providing chest compressions to an unconscious person after they were taken from a burning home. You see that in 1962, the American Red Cross had just endorsed CPR. And my dad, along with the other firemen, were using these newly trained skills. I listened intently to that story and many others, and through that growing interest, my parents encouraged me to pursue nursing. But unlike today, during my program, we were awarded with student nursing caps. I'm a pediatric nurse, and I bring props. So during my program, we were awarded with the student nursing caps and not stethoscopes, not the stethoscopes that you are receiving today. And it was not until really my first job in a pediatric emergency department that I truly understood the workings of the stethoscope. And no, this is not my original stethoscope. We all know that the stethoscope is an important tool that will amplify the internal sounds of our patient. and it is important that you learn and recognize those distinctive qualities of those sounds. But this simple tool enables us to use all of our senses. As I would triage a patient in the ED, while picking up my stethoscope, I was seeing that patient, not just their physical being, but their nonverbals. What are they trying to share? What were they telling me? Was this a child who was very afraid? In the touch of laying that stethoscope on their skin, was it moist? Was it dry? What was I feeling? And then as I removed the stethoscope from my ears, listening and hearing intently, what are they telling me? Was this a distraught mom? Is it a baby with a very shrill cry? What am I picking up on? It was through listening to the patients and seeing them return to the ED because of not understanding discharge instructions, which led to my master's thesis on discharge teaching and how and where it was provided. That project encouraged me to follow a nursing path of education. Once again, it was listening to the voice within and the guidance of others which brought me to UH and RB&C in nursing education almost 38 years ago. During those years, I have kept this stethoscope hanging on the wall of my office. It has reminded me to continue to refine my listening skills, whether listening to orientees and watching their struggles, and then together with preceptors, creating a phased approach to orientation, which was later recognized as an early residency program. Or when it was time to stretch my education by pursuing my DNP, finding FPB to be a program that listened to the interests of an older returning student while providing opportunities to dialogue and be enriched by the faculty and students from across the globe, all culminating in my dissertation that explored and listened to the perspective of the bedside nurse as a leader. But more recently, listening to the nurses during the COVID pandemic. Together with UH nursing scientists, we saw the visible stress on the nurses and heard their tired frustration. Those observations led to the COVID nursing study, which highlighted the role of nurse managers' support in an individual's positive adaptation to stressors. So as you learn to use this stethoscope, I hope you remember that while the stethoscope amplifies the sounds internally, we still need to sharpen our skills to hear what our patients are telling us externally. We need to listen with our ears, our eyes, through our touch, and most importantly, through our hearts.
All right, we're going to get started with giving out the stethoscopes. Caitlin Acevedo. Kayla Almodovar. Casey Anderson. Kavya Balamurgan. Alyssa Baskin. Maria Beatty. Jessica Bernstein. Anne-Marie Bagola.
Raquel Blumen, Angel Bosque, Nathan Brune, Regina Bustamante, Yoselin Cavazos, Yoselin Cavazos, Titus Chan, Olivia Chang, Audrey Chatfield, Ivy Chin, Megan Chin, Sining Chu, Katie Cho, Ellie Cho, Irene Choi, Hannah Choi, Eunice Choi, Stormy Coleman, Senna Conklin, Haley Cummins, Ujin Deki, Mandy Ding, Vivian Dorfman, Jackson Dungy, Mackenzie Edelin, Rebecca Etienne, Alexander Evard, Artin Fazeli, Kaylee Fung, Nadia Greco, Ava Hain, Leah Hahn, Claire Hennessy, Lillian Henne, Trianne Hontiveros, Ava Irabaran, Jehalis Arizari, Raquel Juwashim, Esther Jew, Meher Cambo, Andrew Kapfer, Esther Kim, Haley Kim, Minche Kim, Minju Kim, Sam Kim, Ava Ko, Halsey Cooks, Alexis Kwan, tell me how to say it. Inse Kwan, Lauren Larkin, Adeline Laster, Derek Lee, Grace Lee, Hosong Lee, Justin Lee, Rachel Lee, Chelsea Lee, Joseph Lee, Joseph Levia, sorry Joseph, Axel Leon Libowitz. Is it loud? Abigail Lau. Liao. I didn't get your name. Tell me how to say it. Hyunsu Lim. Allison Lin. Lorenzo Lopes. Ryan Lopez Sock. Haley Lore. Quay Lu. Gabriela Macias Herrera. Reina Maida. Alexandria Mayer. Alessandra Mayari. Oops, sorry. Emily Malone. Did I say it right? I don't think I said it right. Audrey Markovich. Elise McGuire. Ricardo Mejia Valencia. Laura Mioli. Laura Mioli. Is it Mao? Yeah. Owen Meow. Roxana Monghe. Sarah Moon. Mary Murtaugh. Irene Namkung. Sheila Nava. Logan Nelson. Lauren No. Sammy Nguyen. Colleen Nudd. Halima Omar. Mina Opoku. Violet O'Shea. Kathleen Orr. Do you want me to say Maggie or Margaret? Margaret Ozar. Veronica Pies. Jenny Park. Oretha Parks. Jillian Procaccio. Mariella Porcarelli. Ava Pathakamori. As I'm dropping your name. Vianney Ramos. Dali Rauda Salazar. Daisy Retana. Sophia Rubin. Salvador Rivas. Montserrat Sanchez. Kat Schinzel. Edwin Shee. Emma Sagowski. Lauren Tadero. Naomi Vargas Garcia. Lily Rose Walker. Melanie Wang. Sarah Wang. Ella Wanamaker. Evan Webster. Becky Wu. Sophia Yoon. Yushan Yu. Annie Yu. Angelina Zhang.
Wow, I think that was the quickest we've ever done that. Whoa, that's a lot of names to read. Way to go, Professor Hayes. Thank you all. So I have the honor of doing the last thing. Oh, I gotta do it here, right, Bev? Or am I? Oh, you're gonna do it. Okay. So I'm going to ask you to all stand up, and we're going to read the Nightingale Pledge. All together. I solemnly promise before all present to live my life honorably and morally, and to practice my nursing profession faithfully. I will never intentionally harm anyone in my care, and will work hard to practice nursing safely. I will never take or knowingly administer any harmful drug or therapy. I will do all in my power to maintain and elevate the standard of my profession. By active engagement, a commitment to caring, continuing education, and mentorship of new nurses and nursing students. I will keep all health and personal information of patients and families confidential as I practice my calling. And I will work collaboratively and respectfully with all healthcare providers and devote myself to the welfare of those in my care. Yay, good luck, and best wishes. So you can all have a seat for a second. This concludes our formal ceremony. We are going to have our photographer, Matt Merchant, do a photo of everybody together. So here's our instructions, and then after that, then we're free to go to the back where we'll have ice cream and time to visit. And oh, that's going to be on the side, right? This side? Yep. This side. This way. Okay.
Hey everybody, real quick. So you guys will be going out to get your ice cream out here. What we're going to do is going to gather out here in the winter garden. I am going to go to the second floor and look down at you guys. We're going to get a group photo that way. That way there's good light. You can see all your faces. Sound good? So what I'm going to need you guys to do is just go and gather right out here in the winter garden. Gather as close together as possible towards the center of the winter garden.